This is a combination of teams. My team is Team Frankly Fierce, and then Danielle's team is Glow Diggers. And we're really excited to have you just because, I feel like many other Beachbody teams, we've loved your videos and found them very helpful and encouraging. And I don't my team knows this, but I shared the picture that I had with you from Summit 2015 where you look
the camp counselor picture.
Yeah. It's great, but it totally does look like that because I'm so short. But yeah, so I don't even remember if I have a mom brain, so I don't even remember if I told you. But we have a bunch of questions for you, but also we just kind of wanted to hear from you and hear from your heart just about this journey and what's gotten you to this point. So this is you get to kind of just talk. So
yeah, so I have the stereotypical coach call presentation style thing. Guys, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do I don't want to be the person that speaks to you on the team call tonight. I'd rather interact with you and talk and answer your specific questions and actually help you and not just talk to you. And I do want to tell my story, and I want to kind of introduce where I'm coming from and share how I got started with this. And there are a couple of things I have on my heart that I want to talk to you about, but I really want to get to your questions at the end. So let's definitely do that. But I'll kind of, am I free to just let her rip?
Yeah, just do your thing.
Let her rip. Okay, cool. So my name's Caleb. If you don't know who I am, how many of you have seen a video from me or have seen a post or just by show of hands? And it's okay if you haven't. Okay, so everyone, great. Well, thank you for watching. First off, that's humbling to see yet another group of people that have seen my stuff. I never anticipated the stuff that I put out being so I guess you could call popular, but my intentions right from the get-go was just to find a place where I could add value and where I could serve others and genuinely wholeheartedly do my best at that. And it's had some pretty awesome results, and the response has been incredible. And I just want to encourage you, find somewhere in this business, whether it's within the coach network or within a certain people group or with your customers or somewhere, find somewhere to serve and do it, because that's what sets us so apart from every other MLM out there, every other network marketing company. And I will boldly say that we are different from every other company because we truly serve one another. We truly, that's what the whole coach thing exists for, because right from the get-go. Do you guys know how the coach network really started? The foundational way it started. It's really cool. Basically, there was all these people doing P90X when P90X was kind of the only program out there, and all these people were naturally serving one another and coaching people. They were getting into these forums that Beachbody set up, and they were coaching other people for free. And that's where Carl Deichler and John Cogden just were this is amazing. We gotta turn this into a business because this is naturally helping so many people and they should be rewarded for it. And then the Coach Network was born. And I think that's so cool that our whole gig, what we do as coaches, originated from this fundamental, genuine desire to help other people. And then they just slapped a mission statement on it to help people live happier, healthier, more fulfilling lives. And then the Coach Network was born. It was a cute little baby group of coaches. And then suddenly, wow, there's 1,000 coaches, and then 10,000. And then, what are we? We're right under 400,000 right now. So cool. But I'm totally out of chronological order with what I want to talk. I will tell you my story. But with that said, I just mentioned that we're under 400,000 coaches right now. Does anyone remember when we were pushing closer to 500,000 coaches? Anyone? How long have you guys been coaches? Who's been a coach for less than 1 year? Anyone? Oh, Emily, Joe, little baby coaches. Hi. Okay, how many of you have been coaches for over a year? So who's been a coach for 2 years? And you want to coach for 3 years? 4 years? No, 4 years? Okay, so I just hit my 4-year mark. So I guess I'm the veteran of the group. No, just kidding. I feel like a brand new coach, so I'm still trying. What's a coach? I don't even know what we're talking about. But seriously, so I totally forgot what I was talking about just now. Give me a minute. This happens all the time.
You were talking. Oh, okay.
So yeah, the coach network. So here's another question. Who's been like struggling? Who's noticed a company-wide struggle happening? We're just going to talk about the elephant in the room. It's over there. We're talking about it. So who's recognized that our company has had like this crazy, weird mass exodus of people, and everyone's like, what is going on? And we can sense it coming from corporate too. They're like trying to like push us and like encourage us to grow and encourage us to recruit. Who's like caught wind of that happening? It's real. It's the real deal. And here's the thing. We have, and this is kind of like the meat that I wanted to talk about in tonight's call, which I'm totally jumping the gun here because I haven't even like introduced myself. But the company has over time drifted away from our core principles, the coach network. What started as how can we help you live happier, healthier, more fulfilling lives? Like the coach is asking the customers that, how can we help you guys live happier, healthier, more fulfilling lives? It's transferred from that to look at the happiest, healthiest life I'm living. Don't you want that? Very similar, totally different. Or very close in wording, totally different. It's gone from helping people live happier, healthier, more fulfilling lives to helping ourselves look happy and look healthy and look like we are living the most jealousy-inducing, fulfilling lives. Okay? Huge difference. And I think that is what has led to our company going through this massive exodus of people, because they're realizing that's not what I signed up for. That's not what's in line with my heart. And people are seeing that from some of the top leaders in this company. And I have no problem getting in front of you guys and claiming that and saying that is not what we are here for. And it's like I'm making it my personal mission to get as many people back on board with our original founding purposes as a coach network, because it won't work any other way. Otherwise, if we do it the way that it's been done for so long now, for a couple of years, we're just like every other MLM company. Don't you want to get rich fast? Don't you want to look rich? Don't you want to look super happy? Don't you want to just do whatever it takes to make the sale? Don't you want to do whatever it takes and say whatever you have to just recruit people so you get recognition up on that stage, so you get the fattest paycheck you can? Doesn't all of that make you feel kind of icky hearing that? Oh, that's what the network has begun to do. And it's biting us in the butt now. And kudos to you guys for still being here, because that tells me you're here for the right reasons. And I'm going to be super bold in front of a team that's not even mine. Hopefully this doesn't get me in trouble. But if you guys aren't here to help people live happier, healthier, more fulfilling lives, like genuinely, if you're really not here for that purpose, you gotta quit. You gotta go sell leggings or wine or wraps or eyelashes or something else, because this really isn't for you. This really isn't for you. This opportunity, the reality is this opportunity will take pace with the same growth rate as like a health and fitness transformation. And newsflash, that's slow. That's slow compared to selling somebody eyelashes. That's slow compared to selling some oils. It's slow compared to all these other opportunities out there that are just claiming these amazing riches and this wonderful lifestyle and all these things. But the reality is it's a quick fix. Grass is not greener on the other side. You're going to, I guess I'm just saying this because I've seen so many people leave for other MLM companies. Grass isn't greener, folks. You got to work there too. And the reality is you're giving up a healthy lifestyle. You're giving up something that's so fundamentally, foundationally good for you. Health and fitness and nutrition and taking care of your body the right way. Like there's no other right way to do it when it comes to your health and fitness. And that's like coaching. So I have no idea what we're talking about now, because I have no, like, I'm just like following my heart, talking about whatever. But here's the deal. Get back into our fundamental purpose as coaches. Like, talk to people, ask them how you can help them, ask questions that are sincere. Like, what are you struggling with? Like, how can I help you? How can I come alongside you as a coach? How can I actually support you? How would you benefit from being in a support group, like a challenge group or a online health and fitness group, where I can literally come alongside you every single day and encourage you and get in the trenches with you and work alongside you? And when you quit, because I know you will at least once, can I come back and pick you up and encourage you to restart with us? Can I be a real coach for you and not just a network marketer? Can I be someone more like intertwined in your life than maybe you are even expecting from me? Can I really make that extra effort and coach you like I'm telling you I'm going to coach you? And I think that's another kind of reason our network broke down. 2006, let's just put out that 2016, if you've been here for this year, has been one of the hardest years this company has ever experienced. That's coming from corporate, that's coming from the coach network, that's coming from like everyone involved. So like, if you've been struggling this past year, it's okay. We're all there with you. It can only go up from here, which is super exciting. And don't let that be like discouraging in any way, because we're about to go international. Like, there's a huge, huge wave of business coming. There's a huge wave of opportunity coming. It's already here. But just again, like, short of getting on my knees, I'll get on my knees right now. I'm on my knees. Like, seriously, I keep saying the same thing over and over again, but it's what I've been preaching to my coaches. Like, get back in line with why we originally started this network, and genuinely help people. And don't be so consumed with your growth. Don't be so consumed with recognition at Summit, because that stuff doesn't last. You know, you walk across the stage for 30 seconds and that's it. No one remembers. Who cares? Who gives a crap? You know, you work so hard to get Success Club All-Star Legend, and then you get a little like dumb glass thing that you can set on your table. You're like, whoa, no one sees it but you, because it's sitting on your desk. Like, that's not all this company is about. This company is really, truly about helping people. And if we don't have that sorted out right from the get-go, nothing else works. You can make it work short term, but then you're going to, crash and everything falls apart. And people are going to leave and quit because, this isn't working. But yeah, help people. Run challenge groups. Who's running challenge groups right now? Putting you on the spot. I should see more hands. Everyone's got to be running challenge groups. You guys, how are you coaching people unless you're running groups? How are you coaching people unless you're coaching people? You got to be coaching people if you're going to be a coach. I know some of you are here for the discount, whatever. But anyway, so now that I just like delivered my whole call topic that I want to talk about, let me introduce myself. So I'm Caleb. I got started kind of organically, like the whole coach. I guess I can get off my knees, right? Kind of organically, like the whole coach network began. I did P90X almost 8 years ago now. No, it was more like 7 or 6.5, something like that. A while ago, I did P90X. I got P90X off of a Craigslist ad. Some guy was advertising. Where is it? Oh, I actually have the burnt copy DVD somewhere. There it is. I actually have the original P90X DVD I bought off of Craigslist. Look how scratched up this is. Like, it's literally a burnt copy that has someone Sharpied on P90X. Awesome. And I got a set of those off of a guy on Craigslist, and I met him in a gas station parking lot, and we did this like super healthy drug deal-esque kind of like exchange where, we were both freaked out because it was a dark gas station. And that's how I got P90X. It was illegal, obviously. Who's ever experienced that, where you like talk to someone, you're like, oh, you're going to be so great. You're in my challenge group. You get bold enough to finally talk to them. And then they come back to you the next day and they're like, oh, I got it. I'm ready. You're like, no, you didn't. I checked my back office this morning and I did not see an order. Yeah, that was me. Don't give up on those people. Like, don't give up on those people, because if my future coach, who never made a sale off of me, gave up on me, like, we wouldn't be here having this conversation. We wouldn't be here, learning from each other because someone didn't give me the time of day because I just didn't buy from them. And a reminder, kind of back to that original topic we were talking about, if you're here just to get someone to buy a DVD off of you, or to buy a digital subscription from you, or to buy a bag of powder from you, you aren't here for the right reasons. You're not here for the right reasons. Again, we're going to probably revisit that topic over and over and over again tonight. But really, I hear so many people complain. They're like, what do I do if someone didn't buy the challenge pack off of me? I didn't get the 2 points. Be like, help them anyway. Help them anyway. Get them sign up as a free customer. Get them to switch over to you as a coach or whatever. Whatever you have to do, but to help them. Like, whatever you have to do to help them. Direct them back to the person they bought it from and say, join their challenge group. I'm sure they'd love to help you. Make sure that they get the help they need, and stop worrying so much about the sale, about the commission. Come on. Anyway, I got P90X. I got really great results with it off of this guy on Craigslist. And I loved it. I loved it. And I naturally started like coaching people and posting on Facebook about my results. And I was so proud of myself. And I look it back on Time Hop and I see the naked pictures on post. What did I do? Awkward. Like no one was responding because I was so proud. I was like, look at this. Look at my abs. I'm just laughing at myself. Sorry. And so, yeah, basically this guy caught wind that I was sharing my story like that. And he's like, dude, you got to become a coach. You're a natural coach. I can already see that you're passionate about helping people. And I said, no, like, he was so excited. He's like, dude, you got to become a coach. I was like, no, I want nothing to do with your pyramid scheme. I want nothing to do with your slimy salesman crap. Like, I have no interest. And so who's ever experienced that? Where you believe in someone before they even see it themselves, and you invite them and they just totally like step on your heart and smash it. And yes, that was you, Joe. It was like, I know how much I broke his heart, because he believed in me so much before I even believed in myself. But here's the cool thing. He didn't give up after the first invite. He didn't give up after the second invite, after the second week, after the third week, after the third month, after the first year and a half, 2 years, 3 years. That dude invited me and invited me and invited me, because he knew I had potential in me before I even knew it myself. And here's another point of encouragement for you. How many of you guys had, was it a mutual friend? No, he had just found me on Facebook. He just found me posting on Facebook. I don't know how, kind of creepy actually. He just randomly found me on Facebook, and maybe it was a mutual friend, but he saw what I was doing and he's like, hey, I'm actually a coach. This is what I do for a living. You've got great set of results. Like you're passionate about this. You're helping so many people. And he invited me and he encouraged me and he believed in me before I believed in myself for 3 years. And it took me going through one of the hardest times in my life and through like all sorts of jobs. I almost went into the military, in 2 branches of the military. I became a pilot. I almost became a state police officer in Pennsylvania. I became a general contractor, was building houses. Job after job after job, and I ended up working in a restaurant. And that was the hardest time of my life, because it was just like I had no clue what I was doing. I was a college grad, went to Penn State University for trumpet performance. Any Penn Staters? No. Great. Awkward. Penn State!
But there's a lot of people here from Pennsylvania on this team call.
Bloomsburg. I just saw your sister goes to Penn State. Okay. Bloomsburg's right down the street from me. Cool. But yeah, so it was like the hardest time of my life, and it took me 3 years going through that to really prepare me to be ready to accept the coaching opportunity. And he finally asked me one time, he's like, dude, what are you doing? You know you want to do this. And I was like, I know I want to do this. Sign me up. I don't even care if it's a pyramid scheme. And I signed up, and it's been awesome. It's been really, really incredible. Like the opportunity to apply myself and my personality and my story. My folks, I don't know if you follow me or anything. My story has been up and down and like horrible train wreck, and then super great success and really, really amazing. And I'll be completely transparent with you. This hopefully encourages you guys. I'm 4 years into this, and I want to say this. I want to give you some context. And I want you to know I'm saying this out of pure humility, because I have nothing to be proud of, honestly. God has totally stripped me of my pride over the past 4 years. But I want to give you some context. I've been a coach for 4 years. I have recruited over 250 personally sponsored coaches. I've built a YouTube channel up to over 30,000 subscribers. I've built a Facebook page up to over 20,000 followers. I have a Facebook like page that has over 160,000 followers. I had a viral Facebook video that has almost 40 million views on it now. I have all these numbers. I've traveled to Canada multiple times. I've traveled out west into Texas, and I've spoken at all these awesome events. And I hit Success Club 40 the 1 month, and I knock it out of the park. And I'm 4 years into this, and I'm still stuck at Diamond. And I still struggle to pay my bills some weeks. And I still struggle to fill my challenge groups with people. And I have to work my tail off to hit Success Club. And, it's not what you would think. It's not where people – thanks, Joe. Keep it real. And the reason I'm telling you guys this stuff is it's so easy to look at someone on social media and see their number of followers, or see their perfectly, combed hair and their blemish-free. Check it out. I got a zit on my forehead. Their blemish-free faces and their perfectly white smile. And just be so jealous, like, wow, it must be so easy. He's got 160,000 followers. I bet he just posts one invitation to his challenge group, and it's like he's got more people to deal with than he can handle. Not true, folks. Not true. Hard freaking work. The reality is that it's so easy to live in another reality when you're building a business on social media. But I want to share with you guys, it has not been easy for me. It has not been easy for me. I've been a coach for 4 years, and I've accomplished in 4 years a fraction of what some coaches have accomplished in 2 years. I don't know why. You know how hard I work. All of the content I've provided that I didn't have to provide for the network. I wouldn't have to do team calls like this every week for other teams, but I'm here to serve. I'm here to help people. And maybe that's not the fastest way to get rank or recognition or money or income, but in my heart, I can't do it any other way. And I want to encourage you guys to really think about why you're here. And I want to challenge you to actually live it out. I want to challenge you guys to, Jackie says, hell yeah, man. Thanks. You're welcome. I want to challenge you guys to really think about it. If I were here just for money, I'm not here. So I can't really even think along. I'm not here just for money. So I can't think along those lines. If I were here just for recognition, I haven't gotten any recognition from corporate. So that doesn't work out for me. I'm just kind of bearing my heart to you guys and just saying it's not been easy for me. It's not been this. I've gotten tons of recognition from the coach network, but that doesn't pay the bills. I've gotten lots of views on my videos and things, but that doesn't pay the bills. That doesn't fill my challenge groups. That doesn't sell any challenge packs or, help anyone lose weight. It's just like one thing I've done. And I don't know. Does that speak to anyone? I just want you guys to know that just because you see something on social media from somebody that you admire so much, whether it's me or no names, other people in the business that everyone's like, oh, that's so beautiful. Like it might not always be the way that they lead on. And so if you're ever in a position where you're like, man, my life just doesn't look like that. It just doesn't seem that way for me. Like, I wonder if that's ever going to happen. Don't compare yourself to that image, because I think that's what so many people have done over the past year. And that's why so many people have left, because that false reality, it's just that. It's a false reality. It's not what coaching is. We're here for the real reasons, and the real reasons sometimes aren't as glamorous. The reality of getting in the trenches in your challenge groups is kind of like nitty gritty, like helping people sort through their depression, helping people sort through their weight loss issues and their thyroid issues, and their marriages are falling apart, and they're trying to lose weight at the same time, or they just had a baby and they're trying to like manage a baby and lose weight at the same. Like, these are real issues that aren't so glamorous, but we like to follow the glamorized version of life. And that's just want to, again, encourage you, go back to real coaching. Coaches get in the trenches with the people they're working with, and they like coach them. So yeah. What questions do you guys have? I have no idea if that like added any value to your lives or not, but just keep it real. Like, keep it real. Don't, when you're out there coaching people, tell your stories. Like, tell your real stories, not like your beach body. I'm a beach body coach. Love my job. Everything's perfect. Like, because it's not. You're lying. You're lying. Yeah, what's up?
Okay, so first off, thank you for being really real, because I think a lot of people relate to that, everything you said. Just going through the roller coaster that is. But could you take a moment to share like a favorite testimonial or something that you have that just like when you're feeling like crap and you're just like, everyone just messaging me awful things today, like everyone wants to just beat up on Noelle. Sorry, my battery's dying. Gotta charge this phone. What is like a story that you just cling to on those moments?
Usually has nothing to do with health and fitness. So for me, so those of you that follow me regularly or not, you probably know I'm a man of faith, and I have no problem telling the world about that. Like, I love Jesus with all my heart, and that's like the foundation for everything that I do. And my mission, I've made it my mission where I've like taken it upon myself and like pray really hard that whatever I do, people can see somehow Jesus through me in a positive way, in a way that's relatable, and like not just like, oh, there he goes, he's preaching again on his high horse or whatever. Like, I want to share a love with people that maybe they've never experienced before through this coaching business, through this coaching opportunity, this entrepreneurial deal. And for me, the stories that keep me going are the people that come back and say, I see something different in you that I don't see anywhere else. It's, you've made me think really hard about my life. And sometimes it is like health and fitness related. Sometimes it's like, because of you, you've helped me have more confidence in my marriage, or you've helped me. It's those little tiny connections that people make in their brains. Like, I can't give you like one specific thing, but it's, just those messages that you get. It always seems like when you most badly need them, like, hey, you really helped me get out of bed today, or you helped me overcome a big issue that I've been having. I saw that post you made, and I just want to let you know it really encouraged me. Like, I don't know on what level, I don't know, how significant what I'm doing really is in everyone's lives, but We all have that ability to impact people in such a profound way. And that's the hard part about this business, is like sometimes you don't see the result. You can't always. This is something I talked about up in Vancouver for Super Saturday, is like we don't always have the ability to quantify the results we're getting as coaches. We can quantify Success Club 5 and Success Club 10. You either have 5 points or you have 10 points. That's easy, no problem. But there are things that we accomplish as coaches that you just simply can't quantify. Like, how do you quantify someone giving their heart to Jesus? How do you quantify someone having more confidence in front of their husband? Like, how do you quantify a mother being able to care better for their children? How do you quantify a husband being able to love his wife more? Like, how do you quantify those kinds of things that we're able to do or to help people achieve through this health and fitness business? Like, you can't quantify that stuff, but that's what keeps me going. It's so much more than, losing weight or making money or, getting a trophy on stage. Being like, wow, look at all I've achieved. It's so much more than that. So for me anyway. Did that answer the question?
Totally. Danielle, do you want to ask some questions from your team?
Do you have them? I don't have them up, Noelle.
I sent it to you for a reason. Okay, fine. I guess I'm the monitor or moderator. Moderator, yeah. Okay, so the next question we have is when you started coaching, okay, you answered that already. What was one time you remember that made you want to throw in the towel and quit coaching, and how did you get past that?
All of the many times that I've lost rank. There's so many times. It's okay. Like, are we talking like per month or per week, or is that like a daily or hourly question?
Week, maybe.
Okay, per week. Yeah. So pretty much, honestly, so people are like, oh, this entire coaching journey is a roller coaster. Wow, it's the entrepreneur roller coaster. But literally, it's like this is an hour. Every hour is a roller coaster. And the more invested you get into this, like, I'm a full-time coach. This is the only way that I survive right now. This is how I support myself. The more invested you get, the more you feel those waves. It's more intense the more you put into it. The more rewarding it gets at the same time when you're on those peaks, but the deeper those valleys feel because your heart is like tied to it. For me, it's been honestly 4 years. Again, just being totally transparent, not to discourage anyone, because your story may be completely different from me. But for me personally, God's writing my story in a way that has been 4 years of like frustration and challenge and like heartbreak and like hair pulling, like losing people that you love. So there's nothing. So I can narrow it down. It took me a while to sort that out in my brain. There's nothing more discouraging than investing a ton of effort and a ton of heart and a ton of support into someone to see them walk away from you and quit. That's heartbreaking. And it's every single time that I've seen people do great things in this business and really like take off fast. And, some of them have hit diamond. I've lost 4 diamonds, and I'm a diamond coach right now. I've lost 4 diamonds over the past 4 years, and it's heartbreaking to see them launch so fast and furious and do so many great things and help people in such profound ways walk away and say, this isn't worth it. How's it not worth it? Like, you just helped so many people. How can you not keep that going? Seeing those people walk away is one of the hardest things. But knowing that, it's kind of like Babe Ruth said. I think he quoted, like, if I just keep swinging, I'll eventually hit it. Something like that. I totally just screwed that quote up. But if you just keep going, like, that's the one thing we can control. Like, that's the one thing we have a choice on, is you can quit or you can keep going. And everything can not work or eventually will work. based on that decision that you make. So yeah, I think that's just how I've kind of overcome all of that stuff. You're like, you know what? That really sucked. That really stings to see that guy walk away. That really stinks to see that coach or that challenge group member or that person walk away from this, because they have so much to offer. They have so much potential. But I know that if I don't quit, I will find more people like them that do want it and that will stick with it. Joe asks, oh, there's so many messages. Joe asks, do you have more female or male coaches? I have more female. I have more female coaches than male coaches. And I think that's because men are just stubborn. Men are like punks. They're too stubborn. I can do it myself. I don't need a coach. Whatever. Yeah.
I just want to make a point to say that Joe is really Amy. That's what
Amy, okay. Hi, Amy. You don't look like a Joe.
Yeah. You guys, I can keep reading off the list, but if anyone else has any questions, just, husband, Joe. Just put it in the comments. But another question that we have is, do you ever face opposition from friends and family, and how did you get over it?
Yeah. Hold on. Pure vodka. That's a Tony Horton quote. Just kidding, it's water. So yes, I had a ton of opposition from my one sister. I have 3 sisters. They're all older than me. 2 of them were super supportive. One of them was actually on my team for a while. She quit. But then I had my oldest sister was fiercely opposing. And I also have a cousin who fiercely opposes to this day. But the thing that heals all of that is time. Because what happens when someone opposes you? You get really butthurt and upset. Like, why would they oppose me? I quit. You just proved them right. You just prove them right. And that we're not here to prove anything. If you are, check yourself. But the reality is, when my sister opposed me at the beginning, I made a decision to accept it and be like, you know what? She doesn't understand. But maybe 4 years from now, she will. Maybe 4 years from now, she'll see that I'm genuine and that I really am here and I'm really going to make this work. And 4 years have gone by, and now she's one of the most supportive people, that are around me. So one of the things is you can't change people's minds. They can only change their own mind, and they will change their mind if you give them enough time. I read that in a book somewhere where it's like, it's really difficult. You can help them overcome objections, and you can help them, think from a different vantage point. But if they've really made their mind up, you can't change their mind. Only they can do that. And that takes time. And it takes them seeing something over and over and over and over again from you to really finally, make a decision. Okay, this guy's legit. This lady is serious. She's actually doing this for real. I'm seeing the results she's getting from this. I'm seeing all the people she's helping. It can't be a fluke. It can't be, because people are smart. People see, all these people start up network marketing company businesses all the time. Oh, hey, everybody, I'm selling leggings now. Come stop by my Facebook page. Oh, gosh, another page. Hope they don't add me because I'm just going to have to leave them again. They see it all the time. But, 5 years from now, when you're still here, I think they'll get it. Be like, oh, wow, I wonder how they're doing. Man, they've been at this for 5 years. They must be doing pretty well. Maybe I should talk to them. It just, things change. What was the turning point for you to make coaching a top priority in your life? Okay, so for me, when I first started, it was a necessity. I was stuck at my restaurant job in a very depressed area, and it was a terrible situation for making money, and I had to make money to pay bills. So when I first started coaching, it was all out. I've got to make this work. I'm going to make this work. I'm going to get out of this restaurant job and make this coaching thing happen. So I had set a goal. As soon as I matched my income from the restaurant with my Beachbody business, I'm quitting the restaurant and going full-time Beachbody. And It was so funny. It was one of those fluke weeks, I think a product release or something, and I had a really great week in Beachbody, and I matched my income by chance that week, and I'm like, see ya, I quit. And the very next week, I was back down to like a $14 paycheck for the entire week. I was like, oh my gosh, what did I just do? But I went full time. I made it. It was kind of like a necessity to you want to talk about forcing yourself to get over your dang fears and just talk to people and just follow up with them and just invite them and get over it quick. Force yourself into a situation where you have to do it, and you'll never have that fear again. Seriously. I feel blessed that I did that right up front, because I know what happens. I see it all the time with my coaches on my team. Who's scared of inviting? Who's scared to get in their inbox and invite? Yeah, put your hands up, you little babies. You guys, I know what that's like, because I've totally faced that at the beginning. Like, oh my gosh, I actually have to invite them to a challenge. I have no idea how to run a challenge group. I have no idea how to sell. I don't even know what my coach number is. Like, what the crap am I doing? I understand, but you just got to do it. Just do it. And I promise you, you won't die, and you'll like make connections with people, and then you actually start helping them, and it'd be like, oh my, I was so afraid of nothing. It was so worth it. So yeah. How do I get out of my own way? I kind of just answered that. You just have to force yourself to get into positions to do it. You also think about, okay, here's my options. I could stay in my own way and stay exactly where I am, or I could get out of my way and just do it and think about what that could lead to. You know, I don't know every single step to get to where I'm thinking of, but I do know that if I just stay right here where I'm comfortable, nothing will change. Are you cool with that? Are you cool if I said, Emily, Nikki, Jackie, Jordan, Lauren, Joe, Amy, seriously, what you're doing right now, you're going to do the rest of your life, and you're going to be exactly where you are right now 20 years from now. Just so you know. Are you cool with that? Or is there like a hint of like disappointment? Is there anything inside you that's like, oh crap, that's a bummer? Change something, do something different. Like, and that's scary, you know, that's scary to do something different, but that's what it takes. That's what this business is. You gotta, you know, if it was easy, I know everyone says this and it's so cliche, but if it was easy, everyone would be doing it. Like there's very few people in this business. There's 400,000 coaches or about, but there's very few people actually doing it. You know, there's very few people jockeying for those top 10 spots. There's very few people really blowing up their incomes. There's very few people running challenge groups that are really helping people lose weight. There's very few people doing the things that we're supposed to do, because it's a little scary at first. That's the reality of a business like this. You'll see that reflected in your own personal businesses, and you can see that in the entire company at the same time. So, I mean, how many of you have coaches on your team? How many of you have a fraction of those coaches actually doing something, and everyone else is just kind of there? That's what we're talking about. Very few people are willing to do what we got to do as coaches because of fear. Like, fear is a liar. Fear is just, you know, get over it. It's put yourself in a position where, like, set an ultimatum for yourself. Be like, yo, I'm by the end of February, if I'm not in Success Club 10 by the end of February, if I'm not in Success Club 5 by the end of February, I know I'm not doing my job. I know Caleb was right. I know I'm not inviting. Because we all, you know, like how many times I have coached, I'm going to get on the next question then. I have so many coaches on my team that I've had conversations with that, you know, I get on the phone with them and they're like, Caleb, what's going on? Why isn't this working? I'm not getting anywhere. I'm like, are you inviting people? And they're like, yes, I invite people every day, and I'm in the minute. And I quick look at their business, their numbers, and I close it up and I say, no, you're not. Plain and simple. No, you're not. You may think you are, but you're not. Because if you were, even if you were doing the worst job in the world of inviting, if you were the worst, most salesy, crappy coach, and you were still inviting people for real, you'd still be farther along than what you are right now. Real talk. Oh, that's hard. But seriously, if you're genuinely talking to people, if you're genuinely inviting them, if you're saying, hello, my name is Caleb, I'm a Beachbody coach, here's my coach ID number and my link, click it and buy something from me. Smiley face, thumbs up. You'd probably be farther along than where you are right now because you're not talking to anyone. You're not actually inviting anyone. Now, don't do that. Learn how to actually talk to people and lead them through conversations and lead them into your challenge groups. But seriously, do something. So I promise I'll move on here. But when I first started, I had no clue what I was doing. I had zero concept of like savvy sales tactics or like knowing how to actually talk to people like a human being as a coach would talk to people. And I literally copy pasted the same message that I just, rattled off to you. Hello, my name is Caleb Thomas. I'm a Beachbody coach. Here's my coach ID link. If you ever decide to buy anything from Beachbody, please buy it through me. I copy and pasted that to my entire Facebook friends list. And I got defriended so many times, but that's where I started. That's how my business actually started. As terrible, I'm still repairing friendships from those terrible first couple weeks to this day, 4 years later. I'm still overcoming the boundaries that I set up for myself by doing it that way. But I still did something as scary as it was. And it's what started everything. So, yeah. Next question. This is fun. Are you guys having fun? Is this good for you guys? You getting value? Okay, good. How do you get out of your way? Use a timer, force 10 minutes. Are we talking about forcing 10 minutes on the toilet or 10 minutes? Oh, so like, yeah, like do it. Do it. Like, be like, oh my gosh, I have to invite people for 5 minutes. Okay, and just do it for 5 minutes and then walk away. Be like, oh my God, I gotta do it. And then don't open your inbox for the rest of the day and then answer the messages you get back the next day. Yeah. How did you decide to do your YouTube like you do? So my YouTube channel evolved very slowly. It's funny because people just see the most recent videos or the white backdrop videos and they think, wow, how did you decide to do that? And really, if you go back to the beginning of my channel and watch every single video up through where I am today, you'll see this very slow evolution of, oh, he added a title in the corner. Oh, he started doing this thing. Oh, he added that sound effect. Or, oh, this is when he started using fart noises. And, oh, this is, you'll see how things kind of built up over the 4 years that I've been a coach. But it definitely did start that way. So, yeah. What other questions? Emily, what's a question? Danielle, what's a question?
So in your
This always happens.
Emily, you're froze.
Type your question, maybe.
I'm going to type it.
Oh, you're good now.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So the reactions that you demonstrate in your videos, did you actually personally experience those throughout your coaching journey?
You mean like when I make my voice really high and people
When you're like, oh my God, they didn't friend me, or any of the reactions that you make?
Yeah, I mean, usually when I made a video about something, it was because of something I experienced. I wasn't just kind of making stuff up. Like usually if I had an issue with a customer or if a coach on my team asked me this really goofy question or there's no bad question, but there's something you can learn from everything, I would usually make a video out of it. Or if I was personally struggling with something, I made a video about fear of inviting one time, and it's a really popular video among other coaches. It was because I was dealing with fear of inviting, and I find as a coach, kind of like a teacher personality. If I teach about it, I help myself through it at the same time. If I can help other people do it, I've taught myself how to do it at the same time. And it also creates accountability for me to actually go do it then, because I'm like now the person people are learning from in my mind. So I've got to go do it. So the videos are kind of twofold. Like I really wanted to serve, but at the same time, I know this creates enormous amounts of accountability for myself. So yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Usually when I made a video about something, it was because I was working through it. And I thought if I'm working through this, probably there's going to be other people down the road that are also working through this, which is a really good point about this whole business. Like I've had coaches ask about leadership in this business. Like, how do you be a great leader as a coach? How do I lead a team? And you duplicate. We've all heard that word, right? Duplication, duplication, duplication. It is literally as simple as, what did I experience? Asking yourself this question. What did I experience to get to this point? And how can I take those experiences and help somebody else duplicate them themselves? Like leadership in this company, in this opportunity, is literally as simple as that. Like, Nikki, what did you do today to get yourself on this call? Well, I clicked a link. Okay, how can you get your team members to click their link? That's how you get your team on team calls with you. Like you saw that someone gave you a link to a Zoom call, so give your team a link to a Zoom call and they'll duplicate with you. How do I get people to invite? Okay, how did I send my first invite? I literally used a script and I sent it out to them. Take that same script, teach your coaches how to do it, and encourage them. Just duplicate. You don't have to like overcomplicate it. Overcomplicating is not the same as duplicating. That was quotable.
I have a question about for new coaches. What is something that, oh gosh, my eyes just decided not to read that. What is one thing you want your new coaches to do first when they get started?
First thing, believe. Believe. I know that's such a flowery thing to say. I want you to believe with me. But the reality is if you don't believe in what you're doing, no training, no motivation, no encouragement, no website, no forms or prompts, no scripts, none of that's going to matter if they don't believe in what they just signed up for. And it's kind of crazy. Like, why would they sign up if they didn't believe? For me, I didn't have any clue what I was getting into. I just signed up because some guy had religiously invited me for 3 years, and I finally was like, fine, it's maybe a way out of my job. And then he helped me like believe in what I actually just committed to. And he helped me develop my vision for where I wanted to go. And even though I didn't know how to get there, I knew what I'm working for. I knew what I was working towards, and that made me want to figure it out. And I see that a lot with my new coaches. They don't develop that belief at the beginning, and therefore they don't know how to take responsibility on themselves because they have no reason to. So they start asking questions, question after question after question. How do I do this? How do I do that? How do I do this? What's the next step? What do I do now? What do I do now? And if they really truly had the belief, they'd figure that out. They'd figure it out because they don't want to waste time asking questions like that. They don't want to waste time asking what an Emerald coach is. They know they want to go somewhere, and they know Emerald coaches along the way, so they go Google it, and they say, that's what an Emerald coach is. I'm going to figure it out because I know where I'm going, and I don't want to waste any time. I think belief is absolutely fundamental in this whole thing right from the beginning. And it's also, once you get going, for me, 4 years into this, I still have to focus on, I want to live financially free so I can abundantly bless people in every sense of the word. Financially, gifting wise, provision wise, time wise. Like, I want to be free in every sense of the word so that I can bless the daylights out of people. That's my vision. That's what keeps me going. That's like where I can say, okay, I've been at this for 4 years. I'm a diamond. It's been really, really miserable. I don't care if it takes 20 years. I don't care if it takes 20 years because I have that vision. It's strong enough. Like, y'all, can you imagine like where we're gonna be in 20 years? Like, can you just like stop? You know, like even 5 years from now, we haven't even gone international outside of the little baby. We haven't even gone international outside of, you know, Canada. Like we are still just getting started. Yeah, we're going through hard times, but can you imagine what this stuff could look like in 5 years from now? Where you could be 5 years from now if you just hang in there. If you just ride the wave, you know, and keep doing your part every single day. Next. There you go.
I feel like you answer all of the questions I have through your tangents. I mean that in a good way. But that's pretty much all I have on my end. Do you guys, if you guys aren't feeling shy, which everyone always feels shy on team calls for some reason.
I'll jump on.
9:30 on
Jump
Monday
away.
night.
Can you guys hear me?
Loud
Is
and
the headset working? Yeah, good. Okay. So, first of all, Caleb, thank you. I think if anyone hasn't watched his videos, he is in real life the same way he is in his videos. So if you're entertained right now and you're feeling empowered and fired up, go watch his videos. Shameless plug. But I kind of wanted to ask you a little bit about something you mentioned periodically throughout here. A little bit about fear, a little bit about being yourself and kind of owning who you are. And have you seen a change in your business? Have you seen a change in yourself from the beginning? Or have you truly been you since day one? Because I think I think a lot of people, myself included, I will shamelessly say, you know, I struggle with figuring out a way to be comfortable sharing me and letting that freak flag fly, if you will.
I like that. That's good. So to answer your question, no. When I first signed up, so this is what I did when I first signed up. Tell me if you've ever done this, all of you guys, gals. When I first signed up, I got on Facebook and I seeked out a couple of the top recommended coaches to follow. And it's funny because I'm like, people send me friend requests and I'm like, hey, do I know you? They're like, my coach told me to follow you. I'm sorry. And you know, I know I'm on a couple of these lists. I'm like, hey, you know, you should find people that you really love and you really relate to and that are really in alignment with who you are. And I, you know, kind of sometimes introduce myself a little bit and give them a little rundown of what I stand for and who I am. And, you know, I say, you know, make your decisions. Am I someone you want to follow? But when I first signed up, I found all the coaches that were the top coaches. And one of them was Scotty Hobbs. Love Scotty Hobbs. You guys know who Scotty Hobbs is? Good dude. Really good dude. And I looked at Scotty Hobbs and I said, whatever he's doing, I'm doing. And then I turned into a little Scotty Hobbs. And it didn't work. It didn't work at all because I'm not Scotty Hobbs. I'm Caleb Thomas. And his personality and my personality and his why and my why and his reason for doing things and my reason and his faith and my faith and his family situation and all of it is totally different. How many of you have ever seen me do the lock analogy? Have any of you? Nobody? Oh, this is so fun. Okay, so usually when I do calls, everyone's like, yes, we've seen it 10 times already. Okay, so this is just like a padlock, right? You guys have all seen these. They have the number on the dials and the red line, and you twist the dials and you line them up, and then the padlock works. You've all seen that, right? Well, the padlock, this is us, and the numbers represent like our individual characteristics and what the individual things that make us us. And the dials, they go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? Like, and when I read those numbers off, you didn't hear anything fantastic, right? Like there was no special like Zorf number, which, whoa, the Zorf, that's why this padlock unlocks. It's so special. But the reality is, like, you know, there's things that make us that individually maybe aren't so exciting. But the cool thing is when you put them, if I can remember my combo, when you put them all in line with each other, the lock unlocks, right? But if you take somebody else's combination and put it in there, you're like, oh, it's working for them. It's going to work for me. It doesn't. But that's where it comes down to. We have to, no matter how boring number 5 is, like mother, okay, there's tons of mothers out there. Or number 0, dog owner. Lots of people own dogs. Or number 1 is they enjoy underwater basket weaving. Or number 8 is they are overweight and they're trying to lose weight, whatever. All these things individually, people have heard about. There's nothing special. But when you take your very special God-given combination of things that make you you, something really incredible happens, because nobody else has your unique combination, and only you have that. And it's only when we accept that and put it into our combination and own it and show the world what we have to offer. Like, I have this. That's what makes me me. It's my combination. Take it or leave it. Someone will take it. Someone will own it. Someone will come along and be like, that's really similar to what I have. I want to work with you. And I admire you for being bold and being transparent with what you're offering. So that's my, does that make sense, that analogy? I speak analogies. But yeah, when I first started, I wasn't me. It took me a while to really get into that routine and be myself and realize that was okay. I mean, I'll stop talking here. No, but we always, I can't stop talking. We always look at people and think that they have something special about them. Like, example, I look up to Lindsay Matway. I think everyone looks up to Lindsay Matway. She's a great person, huge heart, get to know her. But I think everyone looks at her like she's got this something special, magical thing about her. She will never say that. She loves beauty tips. She loves fancy furniture and homes and clothing. She loves her kids. She loves her husband. She loves fuzzy stuff on her couch. Like, that's what makes Lindsay her. And there's nothing individually, those characteristics that make her her, there's nothing like terribly special. But all together, when you put that together, you get Lindsay Matway, and she stands out because she owns her brand. That's her brand. So. Awkward silence. I'm digging it.
Noelle, I unmuted you.
Oh, you did? You answered all my questions.
I'm sorry.
That I gathered, which is awesome. Now I feel like I need to make something up. Like, what's your favorite dinner? I don't know.
Hot Pockets. I'm a bachelor. Man, I eat whatever food's on the table.
Pizza rolls. Hot Pockets. Does anyone think that, don't be shy? I mean,
what are you guys struggling with? Like, let me help one person at least. What's something you guys are currently struggling with hardcore? I know someone's struggling with something, so we will sit here until we figure it out.
All right, you want to do it? Let's do it. All right. Let's talk struggle bus, because I know other people on here are struggling with it too. All right, so quick story. Been coaching for a little over a year. Had a very hard time talking about it with my spouse. And it got to a point where I kind of had to let it take a back seat, and I had to kind of slow down and spend more quality time with my family. So I'm coming back into it. I'm very slowly kind of getting back into the basics at this point. Getting back in, I've been posting the whole time and kind of sharing that message, but it's getting into the basics. It's getting into the inviting. It's getting into how to have that conversation again. And it's really almost like stepping back into day one. of being a coach. So it's building the momentum and really just making sure that I'm comfortable sharing what I'm comfortable sharing, but also putting it out there in a way that it's me. It's kind of what I asked you a little bit about. It's being true to me. It's not trying to be Danielle. It's not trying to be Noelle. It's not trying to be my success partner, Amy Jo. But it's that kind of thing. It's just figuring out where I lie and where I can not lie like in a bad way, but where I stand and where I can contribute into the lives of other people.
You know what would really speak to people? If you said exactly what you just said publicly. If you said, you know, I just want to be really transparent with the world and just say, I've been a coach for a year now, and I realized that I lost priority and I had to step back from it to spend more time with my family, and I'm finally working my way back into it. And I just want you to know that I'm still learning what my place is as a coach. I'm passionate about it. I love it. I'm not going anywhere. I have the best interest in mind, but I'm real, and I hope this speaks to someone. I bet I'll get a positive response. Is that a little scary to say that on social media?
Yeah.
Good.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. Just I'm such a proponent. It's kind of hard to like catch on to that, but like if you are able to catch it in your brain, you're like, this is what I'm struggling with. So I'm not gonna like try to make it anything other than what it is. I'm just gonna put it out there. That's what really builds that bridge over to other people and speaks to them.
Yeah, I think that's very true, and it's just
Well, darn it, she froze. We'll catch you on the flip side, Lauren.
honesty of my heart, and I think maybe other people on this.
You froze. I don't know if you can hear us or not, but she froze.
Lauren, go again. You're back.
Okay. I was just saying, it's very true, and it's something that I'm trying to remember what I said. Can't repeat myself. But putting yourself out there, putting your heart out there, and just kind of showing me, it's always been scary, and I'm sure other people probably feel that way too on this call, that it's a little scary just to put yourself out there. But I think maybe if we all kind of band together and form a pact that we're going to just try it, I think that kind of encourages each one of us. I know it encourages me, so maybe we can just do it together.
Yeah, blame it on me. I want to challenge you guys by the end of tomorrow as a team or as two teams. I want you guys that are all here on this call, I want you to post something that you're struggling with, period. Like just share something on your wall that you're legit going through for no other reason than to be transparent with your audience. And don't do what you see the majority of coaches do. Don't sugarcoat it. Don't turn it into a sales pitch. Don't turn it into this glamification of how amazing your life is. Don't lie. Don't tell half-truths. Just be like, listen, I'm struggling with this, and I just wanted to share it in the hopes of encouraging somebody else out there that's also struggling with something similar. That's coaching. That's real connection and coaching. So you've got your challenge. Tomorrow, by the end of tomorrow, share something. You can even tag me in it if you want, so I can come give you a heart.
That was awesome. Noelle, you want to close? You want to take your selfie?
Oh, yeah. Everyone smile, look
Too.
happy, so that we can have a selfie so we can post about this later.
Wait, hold on. I want to take one too.
Okay, everyone just hold a smile and don't look away, because it always is awkward when people look away.
Got it.
All right, can we start? Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
Woo.
I want to take one for me.
Okay. Again, guys.
Ready?
My face hurts.
I'm gonna. I was seeing how long you would hold it.
I mastered that. Okay, guys. Plenty of stuff. Anyways, Caleb, thank you so much for taking your time with speaking with us and sharing your heart. We really appreciate it, and we wish the best for you. And the zoo is about to start, so talk to you guys later.
We'll see you at Summit.
Yeah, I'll be there with bells
Oh,
on.
can we get another picture, like camp counselor picture again? I'll wear my backpack.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Toodles.